What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. Here for a little Sooner Super Regional Softball preview as Oklahoma takes on Alabama, getting underway tomorrow night, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on ESPN2. You can see down on the bottom of the screen when the first two games are. Hopefully, that's the only two needed, as the Sooners can win this in two. But there will be a game 3, if necessary, on Sunday afternoon. Weather looks to be sketchy this weekend with a lot of storms in the area, but they're going to get this thing in some point. And will the Sooners be storming with the bats like they were in the opening of the postseason in the regionals? We'll see. It should be a great battle. This is a revenge test for the Sooners guys, as Patrick Murphy and Alabama really took it to OU. Winning 2 out of 3 against the Sooners in Tuscaloosa, won game 3 in walk-off style in the 8th inning. Actually, guys, OU really struggled at the plate against Caitlin Riley, Jocelyn Brisky and company. So it's going to be a tall task for the Sooners, but they've been really hitting on all cylinders, pun intended, doing really well at the plate, and they're going to need every bit of it. Get started tomorrow night. Sam Landry will be in the circle, probably against Caitlin Riley, guys. Opening thoughts on this series, guys, and this super regional matchup.
OU's on fire. That's all I'll say.
Well, they're playing their best ball, it seems like, as far as at the plate right now that they've played down the stretch here. So it's a good time to be hit on all cylinders, like Jerm said. This is going to be interesting because they lost 2 out of 3 to Alabama earlier in the year, and they were not hitting the ball very well in those 3 games. And so this will be interesting to see how they play in this 3-game set. Maybe it's 2 games. We'll see. But the key is going to be game 1, guys. Game 1, you got to come out and get the game 1 victory. These super regionals is very difficult if you get behind the 8 ball and go down 1-0. So especially with pitching staffs and all that. So the key is going to be up to get off to a good start and get a lead. And I'll be interested to see. Honestly, guys, I'm interested to see a couple of things. One, as far as Patty Gasso, is she going to go with Sydney Barker and how she's going to use Sydney Barker in this series? She's been playing really well. I'm assuming she's going to be in the lineup. The other one is, what about Sam Landry? Are they going to pretty much like they did in the regionals? They started her every game. So that's going to be interesting to see. But should be a great atmosphere. You got to hope the rain. It looks like there's going to be a lot of rain, like you said, Jerm. Hopefully the time periods it rains are not when the game's going on, because that can do some things.
I mean, we're going to be in attendance. It should be in an electric atmosphere. Guys, you go back to the series that wasn't too far ago, and OU very easily could have lost 3 games to be swept by a team. So Alabama's going to come into Love's Field really pretty confident, knowing that they shut down the Sooners. They got the Kirsten deal in game 2. It was 6-1. But the first game, OU wins 5-1, guys. They're down 1-0 in the 7th. That's the game. That's the Maya Bland game. Pinch hit, 2-run bomb, and then they had 3 runs on top of that. So they were shut out through 6 innings. And then in game 2, they score 1 run. And then in game 3, they get walked off. They really struggled at the plate, guys. OU was not hitting on all cylinders then. Obviously, last weekend they were better. OU cannot start off slow. They can't leave runners. They've got to get to Bama early and often. I love the mindset. I love the mentality, the aggressiveness they're playing with. And guys, Pickering has kind of been leading the way. She was phenomenal in the regionals. So, guys, let's get right to it on talking about kind of this offense and this attack that they have. And let's hear from you guys on who you think the standout's going to be this weekend in the Super Regionals.
I think Parker's kind of hit a stride right now, and I think she's kind of back to the way she was playing earlier in this year. I look for Ella Parker. Been here, done that. There's not a whole lot on this team that's been here, done that. You got Pickering, you got Parker, you got Sydney Sanders. but there's not a whole lot. I mean, Hannah Core, but didn't do as far as playing in these type of games. This is new for a lot of these players. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they react. And I expect Parker to have a big series, guys.
Pickering is hot right now.
Sorry, I was muted. Pickering's very hot. She's hitting the ball opposite field. But guys, I'm going with and guys, no one's talking about the freshman Gabby Garcia either. Gabby Garcia is just hitting bombs in the postseason so far. But I'm going with who I think has maybe stepped into the Energizer Bunny, the bringing all the energy all the time, and I'm going with Agbayani. She hit a big home run in the regionals. She's been great defensively. I saw an interview with her. I just think that her mindset is very leadership right now. She's always high energy. So I'm going to go with Agbayani, guys. Now, another question I have for you two is on the other end, the pitching side of it, Jay, Braden. We saw what Patty Gasso did in the regional. That's not been what she's been doing last year, years before, or even this year. So the question is Landry going to pitch, in your opinion, the start of every game, or do you think they're going to go with her in 1 and 3 if necessary and someone else in 2?
I think, Jeremy, I think before I answer that question, I also got to say one other name I think to watch this weekend is Abby Dayton. Dayton has played in these type of things before, not at OU, but elsewhere. And I think this is a series where she steps up to the plate and has a big series as well. As far as Landry, I think let's just throw a scenario. Let's just say OU wins game 1, Landry starts. I'm about 98% sure game 2, Landry's going to be out there at the first of the game because I just don't think Patty wants to. I don't know if she wants to. I think she wants to get a lead and then maybe try to bring somebody in. I think they're going to go with Landry, Jerm. I really do.
Then they're going to go with her all through games because if they lose that game 1, they're going to go with her in game 2.
Yeah. So I would think probably so, maybe. I'm
not leaning that way.
It depends on how many pitches, too. I mean, you got to say game 1 goes full 7 innings. She throws 140 pitches. I mean, that could change things, Jerm. I mean, so there's a whole lot that it's really a hard hypothetical, really.
Yeah. Braden, your thoughts on the staff and what we might see?
I think we'll see Landry 3 games, if necessary.
I mean, to me, guys, I could see 1 and 3, and then game 2 go with the freshman Lowry or combo. You look back at the series; they got to deal early, and then Bella Smith came in and wasn't great. They have not. I mean, Lowry pitched in that series and did a pretty good job in the inning or 2 that she pitched. I think, and now look, listen, guys, Rocha and company, they're going to do what's best for the team. They know what's best. They know everything. You're going to trust this staff because it's been phenomenal. I think the biggest thing, guys, tomorrow at Love's Field is you got to get on them early and not give them a glimmer of hope coming off beating OU 2 out of 3. So that's to me what we're going to have to really be banking on for this Sooner club. And guys, I can't wait for it. This is such a young team, and this is the strive for 5, the drive for 5, whatever you want to say. It began last weekend. They look maybe the best they have all year, outside of a few base on balls, which, guys, Landry you cannot give free pass to a team like this. You cannot be putting players on the bag. So that's something to pay attention to as well. But this is the drive for 5. It's here. This will propel them. You win 2 out of the next 3. You're in Oklahoma City again and really have a legit shot again at making being a national championship team and having 5 straight. So that's what's at stake. But you know what's at stake for Bama? They're slaying the dragon. That's can it be slain? That's what everyone's waiting on. You know, Tennessee and Jordy Ball are on the horizon. One of them is on the horizon waiting. So it's only going to get more difficult. So OU has to take care of business, guys. Starting tomorrow night, that game at 4:00, ESPN2. We'll be on afterwards to have a post-game instant reaction. So make sure you're subscribed to our channel here on YouTube. hit the like before you leave and give us your Sooner standouts and your thoughts on Game 1, OU versus Bama Super Regional. We'll catch you next time.